Hey guys, the Starcraft Galaxy here. Today we're gonna go over one of the beginning triggers. So up here is the trigger editor. You need to click that and expand it as far as you can. First of all, we need a new folder. So let's create a new folder and name it triggers. There we go. Now we need a new trigger in that folder. This is all for keeping it all organized. Easier to find triggers. Let's make this spawn. So today we're going to be spawning units every few seconds. So if you click up here into the events, you get a list of tons of events. These are all of the events that can happen that initialize or activate the actions. We're going to go down to timer and click periodic event. That means every 5 seconds of game time. Change this to 1 challenge. There we go. Every 1 second of game time, click this. There's real time, AI time. Always use game time because it's the actual time in the game. It's a lot easier. It's still 1 second real time, but in game. If we go down to here, now we're going to add our action. We click up here, new action, and we will get a huge and even bigger list of all of the things we can do here. So let's scroll down. This is too many to look through. So we're going to go ahead and click on unit down here. That'll narrow down our search pretty well. And we need to find C, create unit spacing angle. I click that one. Now we come up with this. What's with all these green, red, blue label things? Well, green is the one that you select here. As you can see, they're all changing color when I select them. And blue means that it's set, it's ready, it's fine, it works. Red means it doesn't work, you haven't given us something to do. So the type of unit, there is no value. We need to choose the type of unit. Click on that, and go down to unit, and Zergling, or Zerg, and I'm going to create a Zergling. There we go, create one Zergling for player 1 at point. We need a point. That's why it's red. So let's click on this. Choose. Now, we can add a point. Just like going like this. There's point 1. Select this and press Q. There we go. We have our point. Or, we can click this. Function. Region. Center of region. Okay. Now, I use regions. I find they're a lot easier for me. Center of region, let's choose a region. Go ahead and create a square region. And press Q. See how it says select, then Q. Press Q. Okay. There's a center of region 1, facing 270 degrees. Doesn't really matter. We can make this 99. Why not? And that's basically it. Every 1 second of game time, we create one Zergling. Now, to confuse this, to make this more confusing, we're going to go ahead and create a variable. It's not confusing at all. It's once you get it, you get it. So let's click new variable, the blue X over here. Type, make it an integer, and initial value will be 0. The array, keep that 1. You don't need to worry about that right now. I'll be going over arrays later on in a different tutorial. Anyway, this is our variable. We're going to go ahead and go here, and this variable is going to be the total units that player 1 has. So if conditions, comparison, this is our main thing down here, so we double click on this. Scroll down to variable, click up here, variable, untitled variable 1. So if untitled variable 1, or what it's doing, player total units equal to or less than 20. Remember this right here, that little mouth always wants to eat the bigger number. So meaning this right here is less than this, or equal to. And there's our trigger. Click OK. So now every 1 second of game time, if conditions total units player owns equal to or less than 20, and create one Zergling for player 1 at center of region, blah blah blah. But this right here is always going to remain at 0. See? The initial value 0. So we need to change this value. What we're going to do is create a new trigger and name this total units. There we go. Events. Unit enters region. Here we go. Region down here. Any unit, no matter what it is, enters any part of the map. Okay? And then we are going to variable and scroll down to modify variable integer. This is an integer, so we need to choose integer and not real. Modify variable, untitled variable 001, that's the one that we want. And then we're going to add one. So if any unit enters a map, we add one to total units that red owns. However, the entering unit could be blue's unit or teal's unit or whoever other player owns that unit. So we need to limit this to only player 1 red's unit, so comparison. And scroll down to player. And, oh, sorry, unit. Owner of unit. Keep that triggering unit equal to player 1. You following me? So owner of triggering unit equal to 1. Any unit enters map, owner of unit is player 1. Add 1 to this variable. Up here we go every 1 second game time. If this variable is less than or equal to 20, create one Zergling for player 1. We're still missing a trigger. Here we're adding one to the variable, but how do we need to remove one from the variable as well. So if they lose a unit, they will remove one from the total units. So first of all, we need a new trigger. Name it remove from total units. Typing with one hand here. Events. A unit dies. Make any unit dies. That's perfectly fine. Conditions. It's going to be the exact same one as this. Remember earlier when any unit entered the map, we'd add one? Well, we had to restrict that to only player 1's units. Here we're doing the exact same thing, so we can just copy this and paste it in here. Next we need our actions. So we need to modify our variable. Type in variable and modify variable integer. Choose our variable and we're going to take away one. There we go. Okay, so I will be now showing you a little demonstration of the system that we just made.